My name is Sebrena Smith, and this is my Quantum Leap story. My name is Sebrena Smith, and I am married to Chuck Smith. We have been married about 13 years, and 12 of those years we've been here connected with Converge Church. We have 3 adult children, and so we are considered empty nesters at this point. We have been involved in a variety of different ministries within the church. I started out with children's ministry and then moved over to special events, and now we lead ConvergeNet. That ministry focuses on connecting the kingdom with resources that are within the community. And for my personal life, I am a vice president of human resources for Children's Health, and I oversee employee relations, DEI, and HR compliance. So I have been with Children's Health about 18 months in total. I've been in the human resources space for about 30 years and have been pretty much in the healthcare sector the whole time. And with this recent opportunity, one that I did not see coming, and I think that for me, the biggest thing that I'd like to share is for people to just be open and to just say yes. So when my leader hired me, I knew her from a previous job. And during that discussion, she asked a lot about my interests, what I like working on, which was a variety of things because I've been in HR for a long time. And so as she continued to ask, they continued to add on opportunities for me to oversee different functions and teams. And while I knew that space was growing and I had a lot more influence, I didn't really connect it with pay increase, title increase, because it was something that I enjoyed doing anyway. And so I often say, if I had not said yes, I'd be interested in learning that, or yes, I'd be interested in doing those things, would I have been selected, for that opportunity? But because of that yes, I do feel like that was the reward at the end. Because naturally you feel like, hey, they're asking you to do all these things. Am I going to get an increase? Am I going to get this? But that wasn't my initial focus. It was, let me see how much I can learn in this organization, this company. Let me show what I can do, what experience I've gained over the years, and bring that into this space. And one day we were having our touch base meeting, and she says, oh, by the way, I need to talk to you about your position. And I thought, here we go. Are they going to add something else to the plate? And she says, we know that your capacity is pretty much full. She says, but we've gone back and we appreciate, what you've brought to children's. You've made some really good connections in a really short time, and we value what you bring to the table. And so we are wanting to promote you to vice president, which, like I said, I didn't expect that because I had just been promoted 6 months prior to senior director. So no one would have thought, okay, you're going to move to another level that quick. Maybe an extra bonus or maybe additional increase, but that was a huge leap that I was not expecting. And for most organizations to get to a vice president level, it's usually not something that is either posted or advertised. A lot of times those positions are they're wanting someone internal because you're wanting that organic knowledge through the organization. I just didn't see that for me because, again, I had only been there a year at the time that I had got promoted to a senior director position with me overseeing employee relations. First, go to God and ask for what you want. And for me personally, I've never wanted to be at a certain level, but I've always wanted to have influence. And I've always wanted to, anyone that I encounter, when they leave that exchange, I want there to be some type of a connection. And so I have always been intentional about building the right types of relationships and asking God to put me in places where I could develop those relationships. And as a result of those relationships, my leader and several leaders have seen something in me that says, we want to give her an opportunity to do this. So I don't know that I asked for the opportunity, but I did ask to be placed in places where I could be recognized and to be able to provide influence. Now, the scary part about that is you don't know when God is going to send someone to you to say, or tap you on the shoulder and say, I'm ready for you to do this. Because at the time that I was asked, I talked to Chuck, I was like, is this something that I should be doing? I don't even know that I'm capable of leading teams like this. But I, again, went back to my yes. Here's what I prayed for. Here's what I asked him to put me in the right rooms. Now I'm in the rooms. And now that I'm in these rooms, I am now being approached to, hey, can you be our keynote speaker for this? And hey, and I'm like, well, those were the things that I said I wanted. But it is still hard for me to believe that I've been chosen to do it at this point. So I'm excited. So for that person that is thinking, I've put my time in, I've worked hard, I'm 30 years in, I would just say continue working and doing what you're supposed to do, and be open to that call or that tap on the shoulder when someone recognizes something in you that you don't see in yourself.